Hi, I'm Izzy, and this is Dizzy Quilts and Sews. We are now in September, which means we have September, October, November, December, so 4 months left to the year. So today I thought I could do a quick update on how I'm doing with my Make 9 plans for 2024. So my Make 9 plans this year were a little bit different in that I didn't have specific garments I wanted to sew or specific fabrics I wanted to use. Instead, my whole list were techniques or things I wanted to learn this year. And some of them I knew were going to be pretty easy to get done, others a little more challenging. So at the start of the year in January, my list of 9 things I wanted to learn included inserting an invisible zip, sewing a rolled hem on my sewing machine using my rolled hem foot, using shirring in a garment, making a blouse with covered buttons, making a fully lined pair of pants, making a bathing suit, using my serger to make a lettuce hem, and then using my embroidery machine on a garment, and finally to make a quilt label. So let's have a look at the ones that I did get done, and hopefully I'm going to insert some pictures of the stuff I did get done. So first thing, the invisible zip. Check, that got done when I made a beautiful dress for Marianne, my daughter, all the way back in, it's either February or March of this year. The dress had an invisible zip in the back and it went in almost perfectly first time. So I was really proud of that zip. I have a full video on how I made the dress that I'm going to link down in the description box below. But I basically used a video tutorial by Kenneth King, I believe. If I'm not right, I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen. But yeah, so that one got ticked off the list really early in the year. The second thing I got done was, well, I don't know that I got it done or I just decided to scratch it off the list, but the sewing a rolled hem on my sewing machine. I did try. I gave it a good try. I tried with different fabrics. I watched a ton of YouTube videos. I just could not get my rolled hem foot to work. So instead, I went to plan B and used my serger for a rolled hem, and that worked perfectly. I don't have any pictures of what I did, but trust me, it worked. So I'm probably not going to bother with the rolled hem foot on my sewing machine because my serger just does a good job of it. So there you go. Number 3, making a bathing suit. So if you've been on the channel for a bit, you know that I recently made myself my very first bathing suit. I made the Clearwater Summer Essentials by Love Notions, and I absolutely love it. So another tick on the list. And I'm going to link to the video I filmed all about the making of this bathing suit and whether or not I thought it was a good idea to make your own versus buying one. And yeah, so you can go have a look at that one. Now this one I finished recently, so it did take a while for me to get that check mark in there. The number 4 is using my serger to do a lettuce hem, and I did that all the way back in March when I made 2 PJ sets for my daughter Marianne again during Sew Frugal. I made her very cute pajamas, and I used the lettuce hem on the top, so at the hem and the sleeves, as well as on the cute little shorts for the hem. So that, and it worked like a charm. Loved doing the lettuce hem. And then finally, the last tick mark, is using my embroidery machine to make a quilt label. I've done 2 of those already on 2 different quilts and love them. Love them. So I usually, up until now, I would take a square of fabric, sew it onto the back of my quilt, and then hand write the information related to the quilt, the pattern I used, the date, and so on. But now that I figured out how to do this on my embroidery machine, love it. So the 2 labels I've made so far, I've kept very simple and basic, but I hope to branch out a little bit and insert things like cute frames or floral designs or whatever I feel will go well with the overall quilt. That's what I want to try next. So I've made 5 so far on my list, a little bit more than half. Now let's look at the next 4 and see if I think I'm going to get those done between now and the end of December. All right, so first, using shirring on a garment. Now, I really hoped that I would be able to find time this summer to make a cute little sundress or a sun top for myself, which would include shirring, and I just never got around to it. To be completely honest, this one fell a little bit off my radar, and I just never thought of it. And now that summer's over and I'm looking towards fall and winter sewing, I don't know that I'm going to get around to doing that unless I decide to make a top with long sleeves and include shirring at the sleeves maybe. But for me, a shirred bodice just screams summer. So I'm not 100% confident I'm going to be able to get this one ticked off the list. Making a blouse with covered buttons. So I tried this earlier this year. I was making myself a patina blouse, I believe, and I thought I would try to do covered buttons for it. And it went horribly, horribly wrong. I don't know if I don't have the right buttons for it or if my fabric was too shifty. Mind you, in hindsight, maybe if I'd had starch, it would have worked better, but I've not given up on that one. And I do have plans to make myself another patina blouse with long sleeves at some point in the fall, so I may give the covered buttons a try when I make that one. So fairly confident I'm going to get that one to work. Making a fully lined pair of pants will definitely happen because I have ordered the fabrics, the lining, all of the supplies I'm going to need to make those ones. And I think I'm going to go with the Miriam trousers by Cashmerette to give those a try. So that's something that's definitely on my to-do for this fall / winter. Make myself some work appropriate fully lined pants. So stay tuned for that one. And then finally, using my embroidery machine on a garment, I'm also fairly confident this one can happen. I can totally see myself using embroidery on a pocket, on a top, or just at the neckline as a decoration. Yeah, I'm fairly confident I'm going to be able to figure that one out, even if it's just a very small decoration on a knit tee. This one's going to happen, and it should be a fairly quick one. I'm not even sure why that one's not ticked off the list yet. And that's it. So out of 9, I've already done 5. And the last 4, except for the shirring, I'm fairly confident I'm going to get done before the end of December. So I'm feeling very positive about achieving all of my Make 9s this year. So if you've made Make 9 plans for 2024, I would love to know in the comments below how you are doing, how you're progressing on your list. Did you manage to stick to your plans? Did some of the plans drop off the list and new ones get added? I know that sometimes we make plans in January And then life just happens. Our tastes change, our priorities change, and we realize halfway through the year that, why did I put that on my list? So let me know if you made any make 9 plans, how you are doing. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching today. If you liked the video, please remember to give it a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel. Thanks again, and I will see you soon.